Most people chase money. They see a number in their bank account and want it to be bigger. They see a lifestyle on a screen and want to afford it. The goal is the outcome. More cash, more things, more immediate comfort. This is a normal, human way to think. It is driven by emotion. But billionaires do not chase money directly. They chase logic. They pursue a clear underlying truth. Money follows from getting the logic right. This difference in approach is the great divide. It is not about intelligence or luck. It requires willingness to pause, to question assumptions, and to value clarity above all else. The path is simple to understand, but demands patience and discipline. The journey begins with a mental investment. When most of us face a problem, we start by looking at how others have solved it. We search for a template, we reason by analogy. This works for small problems. For big, complex challenges, it is a limitation. Billionaires start from radical simplicity. They use first principles, thinking. Strip away assumptions, conventions, analogies, until only things you know for sure remain. From that bedrock of fact, reason up to new solutions. Elon Musk used this. He asked, what are rockets made of? What do the raw materials cost? Aluminum, titanium, copper, carbon fiber. What is the spot market value of those materials? Raw materials were a small fraction. The rest was inefficient processes and legacy baggage. Starting from first principles revealed a path to much lower costs, logic over status quo. This method isn't just for rockets. Apply it to your career, finances, any problem you face. The quality of your life is often determined by the quality of the questions you ask yourself. Our internal dialogue shapes our actions, and our actions create our reality. Most people ask limiting questions. Can I do this? What if I fail? Billionaire mindset asks empowering questions. How can I afford this? What would have to be true? Different questions produce different answers. The second sends your brain on a mission. It turns you from passive observer into active problem solver. Buffett asks, is this a wonderful business I can understand? Is it available at a fair price for the long term? That question filters out noise and forces focus on fundamental logic. A creator should ask, does this solve a real problem for a specific group? Not, will people like this? Start practicing today. Notice your questions, pause, and rephrase the limiting ones. Change, I don't have time, to what is my highest leverage activity? Change. I'm not qualified, to what is the first step? Our culture glorifies speed. We celebrate overnight success, viral hits, get-rich-quick stories. People burn out chasing short-term wins. They trade relentlessly and pivot constantly. This frantic energy has little cumulative effect. It is a losing game. Billionaires understand systems. They prioritize persistence and consistency. They prioritize consistency over intensity. A system is a machine you design to achieve outcomes automatically. Buffett's system: buy great companies and hold them for decades. Let compound interest do the heavy lifting. He is patient. His success comes from a few good decisions embedded in a powerful system. Small, consistent inputs into a system beat large, inconsistent bursts of effort. Start with a simple financial system. Auto transfer a small percentage of every paycheck into a low-cost index fund. Create a learning system. Read 20 minutes each morning. The system does the work. Give your systems time. Billionaires get rich by being more systematic, not faster. Most people see time as limited. The clock is always ticking. We trade hours for paychecks. 1 hour equals a fixed amount of money. This is the trap of linear income. There are only so many hours in a day. Billionaire mindset treats time as currency to be invested. Per stol di dao sokomama so alber style dasten. Per bibao is dusted estate. The goal is to buy back your time. They hire people for tasks they lack strength in. They use money to buy freedom. They build scalable businesses and assets that work while they sleep. Write once, sell many. Create assets that separate income from time. Apply this logic now. Before a commitment, ask, is this a good investment of my time? Use technology to automate repetitive tasks. Paying for 5 saved hours a week can be better than a gadget. Learn a skill that halves your work time. It pays back in free hours. Wealth's goal is freedom, not luxury. Start investing your time wisely. Time, once bought back, compounds into freedom. Many people fear risk and play not to lose, rather than to win. Billionaire logic seeks asymmetric risk. Small downside, large upside. If you invest $100, the most you can lose is 100, but the upside could be orders of magnitude greater. VCs accept most will fail. One unicorn pays for many zeros. Structure bets so that when you're right, you're very right. When wrong, losses are survivable. Weekend side projects have asymmetric profiles, downside few hours, upside new income streams. Asking for a raise, small discomfort versus permanent income increase. Learning a high-demand skill is an asymmetric bet. Time spent, lifetime upside. When you're wrong, keep losses small. When right, the payoff should dwarf the downside. Look for opportunities where the cost of failure is small and reward huge. Turn uncertainty into opportunity. Fundamentals, systems, patience, first principles, endure. Tools evolve each generation. Attention is the new oil. Capturing focus is immensely valuable. 1 million loyal followers is a distribution channel worth millions. Use it to launch, recommend, and share. Don't chase vanity followers, build you bows bows. Doshin sour albo. Audio build a community solving real problems. AI is a modern lever, a multiplier for your mind. It automates complex tasks and analyzes vast data. It can generate ideas, create content, and scale output faster than any human alone. One entrepreneur with AI can replace several roles: marketers, analysts, writers. Use AI to identify trends, write code, create content, and manage customer service. Not, will AI take my job? But, how can I use AI to do my job 100 times better? Spend an hour a week with new tools. Start a small blog or social profile to practice earning attention. These are investments in your modern edge. Small effort, disproportionate result. In pursuit of more, we often get just that. More tasks, possessions, notifications, noise. We equate busyness with productivity and scatter our energy. Billionaire logic favors subtraction over addition. Clarity beats quantity. Write 25 goals. Circle the 5 most important. Put the rest on an avoid list. Say no to hundreds of good ideas to protect the few that matter. Concentrate energy, capital, and attention with a focused beam. Choose your mountain. Go deep. Singular focus accelerates learning and builds more substantial work. Practice this. Do a goal audit. Identify 2 or 3 leverage points. Write them down. Compare your calendar to your priorities. Eliminate, delegate, or pause what does not serve them. Do less, but better. Deep work produces more impact than scattered effort. Clarity gives power. It turns scattered attempts into a concentrated flywheel. Understanding principles is step 1. Knowledge without action is entertainment. You don't need to quit your job. Start with a small, consistent action that compounds. Make a 1-degree shift today. Over a year, it leads to a different destination. First, begin a question journal. Write one limiting question and rephrase it into an empowering one. This retrains your brain to look for solutions, not obstacles. Second, build one small system. Automate a simple financial transfer of $25 a week. Consistency matters more than amount. The system runs without willpower. Third, practice an asymmetry scan. 15 minutes weekly to spot low-cost, high-upside bets. Send a thoughtful email. Learn an AI tool. Create a simple digital product. Motsi Dao Zen. Wandane Watson Bertsin Dao's small downsides, large potential upsides. These small steps seed transformation. Train your mind to see opportunities. Build the flywheel. One small win enables the next. Start today. The chasm between average and billionaire thinking is not birthright. It is a chasm of process, reacting with emotion versus responding with logic, systems over fleeting speed. This mindset is a collection of tools available to anyone willing to be patient, deliberate, and brave. Logic is about clarity, turning problems into puzzles and failures into data. It reveals opportunities where others see risk. Every challenge becomes a lesson. Setbacks become guideposts. Begin with one small change. Rephrase a question. Build one system. Learn one tool. Make one small asymmetric bet. Practice subtraction. Say no to one thing today. These are the first turns of your flywheel. They are not promises of instant riches. They are promises of better choices. Act with less fear and more intention. Build a life that's not just successful, but free. This is the billionaire's logic. Not a secret, but a practice waiting for you. Start small. Be brave. Think clearer. This is limitless logic, where mindset meets money.